felony convictions, and oh yes, add to that these murder charges. And the mainstream media in Los Angeles, as a footnote at the end, they just kind of whisper, oh yeah, by the way, he's an illegal.
Yeah, well, they have to do that. They have to protect the system that they are for, that they put in place. They've got to protect this sanctuary identity they have at all costs. And as we've seen, it's largely at the cost of every day of American citizens to the point of their lives. I mean, he's not the first illegal that's killed people in California. It seems to me that people should be aware of this, but apparently the local CBS doesn't think it's that big a deal.
They ought to be outraged, not only about the murders, but about the coverage of the thing, because their lives are at stake. Meantime, you have the mainstream media now accusing and blaming Donald Trump for illegal immigration instead of the perpetrators, the people who violate our sovereignty. Roll tape.
It also says that some of the department's policies actually made the program worse. For example, it notes that parents were urged to come with their children to try to legitimately enter the country and claim asylum by doing so at ports of entry. But it said those ports of entry were quickly overwhelmed. And in that case, inspection agents would basically say, wait or come back tomorrow, and that these delays, this backlog, probably forced many parents or led many parents to enter the country illegally.
Imagine that, Matt. This administration was urging people to do the right thing, to enter this country lawfully instead of illegally.
If I ask you for your wallet and you don't voluntarily give it to me, is it your fault that I rob you then? This is the craziest thing. This is peak MSNBC. You get a story where you get to blame Trump, you get to blame the Trump administration, and you get to remove all agency from these illegal aliens. They had no other choice but to break the law. I mean, this is just silly, and it shows liberal paternalism at its worst. Those people had a choice. They could break the law or not break the law. They chose to break the law.
Pretty predictable. Also predictable is the mainstream media's coverage of the Kavanaugh confirmation and the release of this FBI investigation, which I believe was pre-scripted. They didn't even have to wait for the release of the FBI report because they already had it scripted. Roll tape.
This FBI investigation was fast, it was limited, and several potential witnesses are now claiming it was incomplete. Overnight, potential key witnesses in that FBI investigation are speaking out. They're frustrated after they say they were ignored by agents investigating claims of drunken sexual assault by Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. In a statement overnight, attorneys for Dr. Christine Blasey Ford, who accuses Kavanaugh of sexually assaulting her in high school, her lawyers saying, "We are profoundly disappointed that after the tremendous sacrifice she made in coming forward, those directing the FBI investigation were not interested in seeking the truth."
Not interested in seeking the truth. How about the mainstream media not interested in seeking the truth about the accuser?
Look, there's moving the goalposts, and then there's tearing up the goalposts and hiding them behind the bleachers. That's what they're doing here. There was never a chance that the FBI investigation was going to satisfy anyone. Even Senator Coons, who was apparently instrumental in setting this up, he said, oh, yeah, I'll accept anything they do. He's not accepting it. None of them are accepting it. And what are they doing? They are looking for evidence that he was a drunk in college. I drank heroic amounts in college, and the closest I ever came to sexual assault was watching a Roman Polanski movie. So they've got nothing. They're not going anywhere with this. It's just an attempt to string it out and to poison further poison the atmosphere in the country.
Yeah, and I think you said it aptly when they're simply trying to move the goalposts. That's what they've been doing all along here. And if the mainstream media is not on the payroll of Chuck Schumer, they ought to be. Matt, thanks.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.